Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, listen, consider this video a two-part video. I'm gonna touch a little bit on two subjects that pertain to the same fighter, and that is in regards to Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Now, just some thoughts now that I've had a couple days to marinate on what happened between him and Pitbull Cruz. First and foremost, let me just say, let me give Isaac Cruz a massive apology, and let me congratulate him on a magnificent performance against Gervonta Davis. You know, I didn't think he was going to go in there and perform the way he did against Tank, but he did. He performed very well. He showed a good, tight defense in the fight. You know, a lot of the punches that Davis looked like he was landing were having a hard time getting through the guard because of the tight guard from Isaac Pitbull Cruz. So you give him credit for that. You give him credit for the head movement, getting his head out the line consistently to set up counter punching opportunities and abilities and opportunities to press Tank and make the fight difficult for him. And it was difficult for him. You know, Gervonta Davis had to really work in this fight, and he did go back and dig into that amateur pedigree of his, and he did start to box and move and throw uppercuts and, you know, shift and pivot, and these did things that we don't normally see from Gervonta Davis. But I gotta call a spade, all right? Now, people may like this, they may not like this, but it's reality. All right, now, for those of you who really watch this channel, you may remember that I had a video series on this channel called the Gervonta Davis Witness Protection Program. And that's not on accident, that's not by coincidence. It's because Gervonta Davis, for the better part of his career, has been in a witness protection program. He's been fighting a lot of guys from 122 and 126, you know, bringing them up weight classes and beating up on smaller guys, you know. And you know, this fight with Cruz was only the second time in his career that he fought like a real lightweight. You know, the last time he fought a real lightweight was Yukio's Gamboa. Gamboa got injured in the fight, had one leg, didn't perform so well. He got him out there in the 12th, so credit to Tank for getting him out of there, but didn't perform so well that he didn't perform to the level we thought he would, you know. Same thing with Cruz. Cruz was a late replacement, took the fight on 5 weeks' notice. On paper, on tape, looked like a stylistic, perfect fight for Tank, and he couldn't do anything with Cruz. Now, I know Calvin Ford in the post-fight interview, he said that you know, people are being harsh on Tank. He said, you know, you gotta give him his props, man. Give this man his props because he fought through a broken hand. And look, fighters, look, I'm not trying to sound like a dick because I do respect fighters and I know it is hard in there, but the reality is this: fighters, all fighters, they go through injuries, they go through wear and tear on the body. So saying that a fighter had an injury in the fight really isn't something you should be doing. Every fighter goes through injuries. Every fighter has wear and tear on the body. But what separates the great fighters, the ones we talk about, like your Alis and your Leonards and your Joe Lewises and Rocky Marcianos and just the great fighters, you know, Barney Ross, you know, all the great fighters. The reason we talk about these guys and the reason why they're extraordinary and not ordinary is because they went above and beyond the call of duty. All right, so it's when you're a perceived great fighter, overcoming something as minor, and yes, I said minor, as a hand injury is actually part and parcel. It's the standard of what being a great fighter means. So we can't handicap Tank. We can't handicap any fighter who says they have an injury. You know, a true champion can adapt to any situation, and a great fighter will find a way to win, and he did. So I credit to him, but we're not going to use it as a crutch. Isaac Cruz, in my opinion, he's the real winner of the fight because even though he lost, he may have lost the fight, but he won the event. His reputation was enhanced, and this is another shining example of, you know, a fighter that didn't necessarily win and didn't necessarily get the result he wanted on paper, but he won in the grand scheme of things because his reputation is enhanced. People have a greater view of him. He's going to get bigger and better opportunities in the future. And look, Isaac Cruz comes from a humble background. You know, he cried about it when he was on the Showtime All Access, and it's good for him. Good for him. He can make some money for his family and his wife, and, you know, God bless him and everything he does. And I look forward to seeing Isaac Cruz fight again. And I'll tell you this fight was close enough to warrant a rematch. You know, I really think this fight, there should be a rematch because I personally thought it was a draw. I'm okay with Tank winning the fight by 2 points. I would have been okay with Isaac Cruz winning by 2 points. It was that close of a fight. I don't really think either fighter truthfully separated themselves, you know? It was a fight that was too close for comfort. It was left up to interpretation. And, you know, when they asked Gervonta Davis about it, you know, his answer was very telling of the kind of fight he went through in that ring. They said, oh, Tank, would you consider giving Isaac Cruz a rematch? And he looked right at the camera and he said, hell no. Hell no. I'm not fighting that guy. I'm not fighting that pit bull. So it tells you everything you need to know. Gervonta Davis don't want no smoke in that rematch. So, you know, make of that what you will. But on another note, right? On another note, and this is what I really wanted to talk about. When this fight was initially signed, Isaac Cruz was not the opponent. Let me repeat that again. When this fight was initially signed, Isaac Cruz was not initially the opponent. The opponent was one Rolando Romero, Rolly. And guess what? I don't care what they have going on next. I don't care what they have on the agenda. Mayweather Promotions, Gervonta Davis, Leonard Ellaby, and the fine folks over there need to come see with Rolly. Because the way I see it, and y'all can hate me, y'all can love me, that's why I say what I say at the end of my videos, but the way I see it is I truthfully think that if they don't fight Rolly next, that they're ducking and avoiding Rolly. Because the reality is this. These are the facts, whether you like them or not. You can. It doesn't matter how you think the fight would go, whether you think Gervonta Davis would beat the shit out of Rolly or if Rolly would pull off the upset. All that's irrelevant. The reality is Rolando Romero Rolly has no open case on him. There's no case. There's been no contact with the police. There's been nothing. There's been nothing. All right, with these allegations. So all they are is just allegations. There's nothing going on, and that's the whole reason the fight got canceled, right? So if that's the whole reason the fight got canceled, and there is no open investigation, and it's just allegations, then that means that you need to be a man of your word and honor the contract you signed and fight Rolando Romero. And honestly, I'll tell you this, truthfully speaking, after what I saw with Tank and Pitbull Cruz, I don't know, man. You know, before they even fought, before Isaac Cruz and Tank fought, I thought Rolly had a good chance. But now I think he has a great chance because Rolly has a lot of things in his toolbox I don't think he's really put together in his fights. And boxing's a funny sport. A fighter may fight one way for a portion of his career, but then he gets that one big fight, and on that night he puts it all together. And I really think against Tank, Rolly is capable of putting it all together. He's very slick, very athletic. He can box a little bit. He can obviously punch. He's obviously very physical, as we've seen in his fights. He's not afraid to get in the trenches, to get down and dirty. You know, there's a lot of good things he's got going on. And it's a much, much tougher fight than people realize. That's why if you go back and you watch my initial thoughts on the fight when it got signed between Tank and Rolly, I said that this is probably one of the toughest fights that Tank has had in a long time. And after what I saw of Pitbull Cruz, I don't think Tank is comfortable fighting off that back foot. I think Rolly has enough skills to push him on that back foot and make it a very difficult fight for him. So look, let there be no mistakes, let there be no confusion, let there be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let there be no qualms, okay? If Tank is not going to give Isaac Cruz a fair and just rematch that I believe, many people believe, he's earned, then Mayweather Promotions needs to make this fight happen again because it was signed the first time. And if they don't do it, I'm gonna count it as one of the biggest ducks in boxing, because you can't sit here and say that this guy had all these allegations, all these things, then there's no open investigation and there's no contact with the police, and then you just brush it off like it was nothing. You know, Rolly went to the fight and he pulled up on Leonard Ellaby, and Leonard Ellaby had a lot of nervous energy when Rolly brought up the fact that he was supposed to fight Tank first. So, you know, 2022 is going to be a great year for boxing. It's the year of no excuses and no dishonor. So if they don't make the fight happen next, they are making excuses, and they're definitely dishonoring themselves and the entire sport. So Gervonta Davis, Rolando Romero, 2022, make that shit happen in the first quarter of 2022, or else it's a duck. And that's how we're coming. That's how we're coming this year and the rest of our years here on YouTube. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God bless.